Every expert was once a beginner. Virtue is defined to be mediocrity, of which either extreme is vice. Conscience is the authentic voice of God to you. The only true source of happiness is the approval of one's own conscience. A man's character is the only safe light to guide him through life. Personally, I do not resort to force, not even the force of law, to advance moral reforms. I prefer education, argument, persuasion, and above all, the influence of example. The desire to serve mankind is what drives great leaders. There is no higher incentive to an honorable life, a life of virtue and usefulness, than the approval of one's own conscience. Liberty is meaningless unless it is the liberty to do what is right. The President of the United States should strive to be always mindful of the fact that he serves his party best, who serves his country best. The independence of all political and other bother is a happiness. It is a government of the people, by the people, for the people no longer. It is a government of corporations, by corporations, for corporations. The real worth of a state or nation is its moral character. The eloquent man is one who has an idea and can express it. The wise and honorable course is to pursue the interests of one's own country with respect for the rights of others. The progress of society is mainly the improvement in the condition of the working men of the world. An educated people cannot be permanently enslaved. The future of this republic is in the hands of the American voter. Individuals may tend to corruption, but great nations seldom fall from it. One of the tests of the civilization of people is the treatment of its criminals. Wars will remain while human nature remains. I believe in my soul in cooperation, in arbitration, but the soldier's occupation, we cannot say, is gone until human nature is gone. Our country calls not for the life of ease, but for the life of strenuous endeavor. Universal suffrage is sound in principle. The radical element is right. It is the desire of the good people of the whole country that sectionalism as a factor in our politics should disappear. Every age has its temptations, its weaknesses, its dangers. Ours is in the line of the snobbish and the sordid. I would honor the man who give to his country a good newspaper. The presidential mania makes mad every man who is at all prominent in Washington. It never seemed to me worth the cost of self-respect, of independence. The progress of society is mainly influenced by the faith, the character, the courage, and the enterprise of its people. Wars spring from unseen and generally insignificant causes. It is the real cure for the ills of democratic governments to practice what is preached about them. No person connected with me by blood or marriage will be appointed to office. Abolish plutocracy if you would abolish poverty. As millionaires increase, pauperism grows. The more millionaires, the more paupers. To vote is like the payment of a debt, a duty never to be neglected if its performance is possible. The unrestricted competition so commonly advocated does not leave us the survival of the fittest. The unscrupulous succeed best in accumulating wealth. An honest public servant can't become rich in politics. He can only attain greatness and satisfaction by service. Government exists to protect our rights and not to do our work for us. The better work of this world is to help others and to better ourselves. Universal suffrage should rest upon universal education. To this end, liberal and permanent provision should be made for the support of free schools by the state governments and, if need be, supplemented by legitimate aid from national authority. The religion of the Bible is the best in the world. I see the infinite value of religion. Let it be always encouraged. Law without education is a dead letter. With education, the needed law follows without effort, and of course, with power to execute itself. Indeed, it seems to execute itself. There is no more noble cause than that of contributing to the education of the people. I am a radical in thought and principle, and a conservative in method and conduct. The man who does that which avails in reforms or other good works always has clubs thrown at him. The nobodies are passed over in silence, or with good-natured, unmeaning compliments after they leave high places. I'm not liked as a president by the politicians in office, in the press, or in Congress, but I am content to abide the judgment, the sober second thought of the people. Good government is the result of active, thoughtful, informed, and engaged citizens. Nothing brings out the lower traits of human nature like office seeking. Must swear off from swearing. Bad habit. As friends go, it is less important to live. The bold enterprises are the successful ones. Take counsel of hopes rather than of fears to win in this business. Never be afraid to stand up for what you believe in, even if it means standing alone. In avoiding the appearance of evil, I'm not sure, but I have sometimes unnecessarily deprived myself and others of innocent enjoyments. The filth and noise of the crowded streets soon destroy the elasticity of health which belongs to the country boy. Do not let your bachelor ways crystallize so that you can't soften them when you come to have a wife and a family of your own.